Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well on this Monday and that you had a nice break. Excuse my absence. I'm not feeling very well, but I'm sure Aaron is doing a great job filling in, and I really appreciate him coming in and helping and working with you guys. What I want to accomplish today is working on our reading comprehensions strategy page. I feel like the last time we went over this, there was a lot of confusion, and so let's go through it together as a group. Let's have some more structure, and let's complete some of the activities. That way you will have a firm understanding of how these reading comprehension strategies can contribute to your overall literacy and understanding as readers. And it'll also boost your skills and abilities as we go into the culminating project for our free reading books, which is the Digital Literature Circles. So I want you guys to break into groups and all that, but before we do that, let's go back to this Google Doc, which has the written instructions. I also decided to do this screencast because I know that the sites can be a little confusing when trying to navigate, and people have requested that I maybe do something like this that can help demonstrate exactly what I'm asking you to do. So I'm going to walk through it, and hopefully it helps with instruction. Some people watched the screencasts I made for the social injustice sites, and if it worked and if it was helpful, we'll talk about it Tuesday and I can make more. But for now, since we're going to be working in groups, we're going to have to discuss the groups and group member roles. So here's my group members: Mac Diggity, Dirk McGurk, and Lil Kim and Janice Jops. Each group member has a role. First, you have a moderator. It is the moderator's job to keep the wheels turning, to make sure that we don't get bogged down on one activity, to make sure we don't go off on tangent conversations or start talking about things that aren't related to class activities. So make sure that the moderator is going to make sure that we keep everything moving forward and that we go from one activity to the next fairly promptly. We should only be spending about 15, maybe 20 minutes max on each activity. The scribe. What the scribe is going to do is going to be organizing notes and getting notes from the rest of the group members. So as we do each activity as individuals, you should be jotting down notes in your binder, but then you'll be reporting out to the scribe what you wrote down when you were doing your discussions and collaboration. The scribe will then take that information, plop it into the Google Doc, and make sure that it's legible and understandable. Next is the timekeeper. The timekeeper has a very important role in helping the moderator keep things on track, making sure that we don't spend too much time on, say, the exploratory learning aspect and not enough time on the discussion aspect and collaboration aspect. You should all be discussing for 7 to 10 minutes as you take notes on your own and in the Google Doc, and then you should be moving on. Each exercise should probably take about 5 to 10 minutes in itself. Discussion 5 to 10 minutes, and then move on. Finally is the proofer and the submitter. This is probably the most important job. Your job is that when it's all said and done, when your group completes their own Google Doc, you will review it to make sure that it's legible and understandable. If you can't understand it as it is presented, there's a really good chance that I won't be able to understand it. And if I can't understand it, then I won't be able to grade you. Also, after you review the final Google Doc and make sure that it is completed and looks good, then you have to submit it. If you do not submit it, then your group will not get a grade. So make sure that you submit the document, and that is your job as the submitter. So our tasks for today are to get into groups of 3 to 4 max. How about I just say 4, because there's 4 roles. Next is to create a shared Google Doc. That could probably be the moderator who would do that, and make sure everybody has access to it by sharing it. Next, we're going to watch the reading comprehension strategies, the very first video, and you should take notes in your binders as individuals. As I said, the scribe will get notes from you and then plug them into the Google Doc. Next is the exploratory learning exercise. Then we'll do a reading strategies and virtual activities game that's, I think, is pretty cool and will really help you. Next, you'll take some quizzes and report your scores through a screenshot in the Google Doc. And then finally, you need to be sure that you turn in your final Google Doc. So homework for Friday. I know it's Monday, but homework that'll be due Friday, and this is going to be due as individuals, not as a group, is that each one of you needs to watch the 10 or 11 or so videos that are left on the reading comprehension strategy page. And then you need to make sure that you write down one question for each video. I'm sure you're going to have multiple questions for each video. Write down one, turn it in on a piece of paper in the tray in the back, and that'll be your homework for Friday. So let's go ahead and look at the website. Quick tip, to get to this website, it is much easier to do by going through your Gmail account. So instead of trying to find some email I sent a while back with a link to it that may have the website in it or not, why don't you just go to your Leland Gray Gmail account, click the waffle to open up all the apps, scroll down until you find Sites. Once you find Sites, it'll take you to this page here where all Google Sites are made or kept. It's important that new Google Sites, because I created all of our websites in new Google Sites. And once you do that, it'll take you to this area where all of the class websites that I've shared with you will reside. And once you do that, you can click on the Literature Through Social Justice Lens website, which is what we're going to be working on today, and it'll always be there. You can always find it that way. You don't have to worry about saving links. So, what's Activity 1? Activity 1, let's see. As a group, you'll watch the reading comprehension strategy video, and then you will take notes in your binder. You will discuss it for a few minutes, and I've kind of created a mock discussion area down here where you will all of you can type notes into this area at once, and then the scribe can organize them, or you can talk it over, and then the scribe will just jot in specific pieces that you want to have included. You can do it however you want. I just want everybody to be interactive and sharing, typing, talking, collaborating. After you guys take notes and discuss, then you will pick one fact that you will settle on per group member, and the scribe will log that one fact that you picked. So Mac Diggity will say, I picked the fact that blank because of blank. And so when I talk about watching the video comprehension strategy video, the reading comprehension strategy video, you will be watching this one as a group. This is the one you will look at as a group. It's about 3 minutes long. Like I said, watch it, take notes, discuss, and then jot down your final answers here. And make sure we have names so I know who is contributing what information. So remember, you guys are creating your own Google Doc. Don't just take this one and try to fill it in. If you want to use this as an outline, that's fine, but you have to make a copy of it. You have to make a copy of it so that it's your own, and then share it with the rest of your group members. Also, if you're going to use this, you'll probably want to delete some of the instruction. I think the best bet is just to make your own Google Doc from scratch and use this as a instructional document. Group Activity 2, Exploratory Learning, Heads Together. So what you should do as individuals, surf the page. That means click on any links. Do not watch the videos because you'll be doing that for homework, but check out any documents, read the rubrics, look at some of the graphic organizers. As a matter of fact, maybe review the graphic organizer that you already did when we reviewed this unit a couple weeks ago, and just get some ideas and some notes so that you can jog your memory, and then talk about it as a group. As you discuss, each group member should find one interesting realization, or again, a fact. What is one thing that you get from surfing this site that you want to log? And again, it'll look something like this. Mac Diggity wrote, I picked the fact that, or how about something a little bit more original? I had the realization that because of whatever. So when I say surf the site, that's exactly what I mean. Go through the site, look at some of these links, click on anything that looks like a picture, click on anything where the finger shows up. Remember, each one of you did one of these. Maybe you want to review one of these and talk about that. Remember, do not watch the videos. You will be watching them for homework. You can read the text. Maybe you just want to read some of this text and then write down one realization that you have after reading it. Maybe you want to look at the rubric. This is how you're going to be graded. Maybe there's something in there that helps you understand or that you want to talk about. And then we have the learning targets as well. So when I say surf, that's what I mean. Just go through the site, become accustomed to it, learn how it works, and write down a realization. It can have something to do with reading comprehension strategies, or maybe not at all. Maybe it has to do with learning online. Whatever the realization is, share it with your scribe, and the scribe will log it in an area like this. The next activity we're going to do is an interactive learning activity called Into the Book. And if you go to the top of the page, top of the web page, and click on this link here, it'll take us to that activity. Now this is a pretty wicked activity. I think it's totally cool. It's interactive, it's fun, it's easy, but it also helps you learn at the same time. So let me help you get started on this. So the first thing you need to do is click on Students. You're probably going to want to learn in English, or maybe practice some of your foreign language skills. And then this is very important. Make sure that you type your first name and get your key, because if you do not finish the assignment in class, you're going to have a key. So here's my key. Write this down. Write it down. Do not lose it. Or maybe just copy and paste it and put it in the Google Doc so that it'll always be there. Now I can continue. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 activities. So there's 4 of you in a group. This one everybody should probably do together. Do this activity together. You can work through it on one Google Doc, on one Chromebook together. Just kind of walk through it as a group. That means you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. So each one of you can do 2. That's all you have to do. Each group member does 2. When you are done, it'll take you to an area that has a document that you can print out. It's like a certificate to show that you completed it. And you will print that certificate out and you will turn it into me with your name on it so that I know that you participated in this activity. This is pretty fun. Get it started, see how it goes, and we'll talk about it more tomorrow. So the last activity for this assignment is going to be to take some quizzes. Now, I include quizzes on all my digital learning platforms because they give you immediate feedback and they're a great way to learn. Am I going to grade these quizzes? No. But do you have to take them? Yes. Because it's a great way to get practice and get immediate feedback where you can get the right answers as soon as you're done. So here's where the quizzes are. Each quiz has something a little bit different. They're short, they're pretty simple, and all I'm asking is that each group member do at least one quiz in each section. So if Mac Diggity is going to do identify reading comprehension strategies, then Janice Jops should do recognizing them. Or say Mac Diggity and Dirk McGurk both do this one, then Janice Jops and Lil Kim should do this one. Say Mac Diggity and Dirk McGurk do this one, then Janice Jops and Lil Kim should do this one, and so on and so forth. You don't have to do both of them or all 3 of them, however many there are in a section, but each group member should at least do one. As soon as you've completed your quiz as an individual, then you can screenshot it, as it says right here, and put it on the Google Doc. The scribe will arrange it and make sure that it's set. When you're done taking the quizzes, make sure you guys, again, do some discussion, type in some notes. The scribe will organize the notes and log the notes, and then you will be done. And that is what you'll be working on today. I doubt you'll finish, but we can finish in class on Tuesday. I at least want you to get started. You should at least make it to this activity by today. I hope you all are having a great Monday. I miss you guys, and look forward to seeing you again on Tuesday. Have a wonderful evening.